Hello and welcome back to another Baking Mad Monday. I'm Lanlard and yes, I'm here at home in my kitchen. And today I'm going to share with you my very colorful and super delicious heirloom tomato tarte tatin. So for that, obviously, you're going to need some very colorful heirloom tomatoes. And look at this. I've got different colors, different shape. I've even got, look at that, they are almost like black tomato. Absolutely fantastic. So first of all, we're going to bake our tomatoes on their own. So I got a nice solid dish, very thick, and I'm going to rub into it a lot of olive oil. I got some sea salt, some black pepper. And next, we're going to add some thyme to it. So now, time for our tomatoes. And I'm going to cut this tomato in half. And look at that, look at the shape inside. I'm going to place that face down. You want to make sure you pack as much as possible inside because they're going to shrink a little bit when they roast in the oven. So my tomatoes are now nicely packed into my tin here, and look at this. This is like a piece of art. It's so colorful. I'm going to put that in the oven, which has been preheated to 200 degrees. It should take 20 to 25 minutes. We just want the tomato to soften nicely. So our beautiful tomatoes are roasting away in the oven. During that time, I'm going to prepare my pastry. Of course, if you're brave enough to make it at home, it's all about creating those beautiful layers of butter on pastry. It takes a little bit of time, but it makes a huge difference, and you get that beautiful puff pastry at the end. It will give a great success to any dessert or any savory tart. I'm going to start by putting a good bed of flour on my table. Just take your time, don't press too hard, and just roll it along. What we're looking for really, it's a thickness of roughly 2 to 3 millimeters, and of course something which is bigger than our tin, because we're going to tuck in on the side, and that's going to create the crust for our tarte tatin. So I'm using the plate as a template. I've got some grain mustard here, and I'm just going to put a generous coat of the mustard all around. And finally, a good grating of Gruyere cheese, which is a Swiss cheese. It's going to be nice and strong, and that's going to work beautifully with our tomatoes as well. And now, time to check our tomatoes to see if they are roasted. That's looking perfect. It smells gorgeous. Carefully, I'm just going to roll this pastry on my rolling pin. Very carefully, like this. I'm going to keep that here aside. Let's bring back those tomatoes. Go. There is too many juices there at the moment, because that will stop our pastry to rise. So very carefully, this is piping hot. I'm just going to tip over the juices in my sink here. Okay, that should do. And carefully, I'm going to roll back my puff pastry on the top, like this. And I'm just going to push the pastry right down to the bottom of the tin to create a crust. Using my knife, I'm going to make 3 little incisions on the top, and this is ready to go back in our hot oven for another 25 minutes till the pastry is all puffed off nicely. It's time for the big reveal. Our tart is now been in the oven for 25 minutes. It's lovely and golden. And this is my favorite part about making these dishes. Turn it around right at the table on the front of your guests. You got everything going on. You got the juice oozing out of the tart. You got the steam. You got that lovely flakes of pastry falling over. A bit of a shake to make sure everything comes out nicely. And there we go. So I'm just gonna finish it off with some sprig of basil and a little drizzle of olive oil. And here we are, what I call a proper summer on the plate. Very colorful, it smells delicious. And this is my heirloom tomato tarte tatin. Enjoy. As ever, always happy to hear from you. Leave some comment and of course, subscribe to the channel. And next week on Baking Mad, I'm going absolutely banana. I'm gonna make some banana flapjack with cinnamon. See you there.